Yeah.
What advice would you have for someone who's really struggling with not wanting to have negative feelings toward a person who they sort of crop up with?
Yeah.
What would you tell a person like that?
Well, we all have it. I was annoyed today. They cut my electricity off.
They did, didn't they? What are you going to do that for?
I was annoyed and they weren't giving me any answers. So, we accept that human life comes with annoyances. We're not saints, like you said, and we don't have to have angelic ambitions. We can just be normal human beings and accept ourselves and accept the feelings of guilt or fear or annoyance or anger or resentment that comes up. We can't help it. Just like we wouldn't cut off an arm,
Right.
we wouldn't cut off a feeling. A feeling is a part of ourselves. But on the other hand, what I was taught, for example, by the Sufi Sheikh Llewellyn Vaughan-Lee, his way of saying it is just one way of saying it. The path begins with what you don't like.
Yeah.
The path begins with what you don't like. So what I see now is that I am really blessed to be in the presence of people that give that. They're like a sandpaper. They're the sandpaper people
the roughness,
in my life.
Little
They're
rough.
the sandpaper, and in the Sufi tradition, we talk about the heart's getting polished. When you want to polish something, you use that sandpaper. And it's got a grit to it, and it's polishing out some sense of I'm better than them, I don't like them. It's a rejection of how life is in that moment. And to be one with life, which a loving person, to be loving is to be one with life in whatever way it's showing up right there. So that sandpaper person is polishing away any rejecting thought, oh gosh, I wish they were different. Well, right there, that's suffering. I wish they were different. Well, they're not.
Yeah.
And so they are who they are. And then it becomes a practice to, at night or in the morning, I hold them in mind and I pray. I guess you would say it's a praying for them. I like to keep it very simple, maybe because I don't have a lot of time to pray for all my enemies. But just to simply hold in mind them in a light, because that then it has a dissolving effect of the feeling of I don't like them. So to really, from my heart, to hold in mind that colleague or that neighbor or that family member, to hold them in the inner eye where they're infused with light. And if I'm having a major conflict with them, it happens.
Sure.
I hold the two of us, seeing each other as we really are. Now, it doesn't mean that there's a reconciliation on the human level. Relationally, sometimes, I have found, one has to let go of needing a cozy rapport, because sometimes that isn't possible. However, the love continues within.
Yeah, you at your reading at U of R, you said something about if a dog bites you over and over, you're not going to go back and keep trying to pet that dog.
No, you don't pet a dog that bites and is aggressive. That'd be stupid.
You can feel empathy for the dog for whatever happened to make this dog so vicious.
And you pray for its happiness. You pray for its healing, that it can be transformed, that something can alleviate its suffering that makes it aggressive. However, then it's also humility to say, well, I don't know what its destiny is, but to love it and yet not go there and pet it, because then, you're going to have with a bleedy hand.
Yeah, right.
Why? And some people are like that. You go to try to express love and kindness to them, and they bite your head off.
Yeah. So you learn after a time or two that you'll have different types of relationship with different types of people. Yeah. Or different temperaments of people.